My name is Edwin. I'm a trained nurse, a registered nurse, and also a naturopathic doctor. I'm here to give you some information, let out some information that most people don't know yet. There's some things I know that I think people should become aware of. And if you're having health issues, you'll greatly benefit from it. So the thing is that these devices that I came across in my quest for getting people to, some of my clients and patients, to get them better, I noticed that a lot of people are fed up of taking pills, basically. And because they're fed up of taking pills, I was looking for an alternative. Then one sunny, bright day, I came across a set of devices that it started with diabetes. A diabetic patient of mine who have been having trouble with, bringing down his blood sugar. These one of the devices, the flagship device of the particular company that brings these machines into Nigeria. I noticed that the blood sugar began to go down. The complications began to resolve. It was lightning fast. We're talking of like 4 days, peripheral neuropathy being a thing of the past, and blurry vision in a week. And that made an impression. So I got interested, and of course I began to look at the technology behind this thing, and it opened a whole new vista of solutions for people's health issues. Because now I noticed that it went beyond just diabetes or metabolic issues. We're now talking blood pressure. We're now talking of SCD, which is sickle cell disease, and many others, or anything that has to do with inflammation as part of the disease process. Okay, so the name of the company producing these devices is OlyLife Wellness. It's OlyLife, but generally we just say OlyLife. So if you go online, you see OlyLife Therap P90 is the most popular, is the flagship. The other devices, but the main one is OlyLife Therap P90. That's the name. So the company is OlyLife, and then of course the flagship product, which is the most popular product, is the Therap P90. The flagship product, which uses PEMF, that's pulse electromagnetic field technology, a creation of NASA, by the way. That's the National Aerospace Agency of the US. You understand? The reason I'm so excited about it is because, first of all, when you're talking of inflammation, it handles inflammation. Inflammation, to the ordinary person, is something that is part and parcel of at least 70 to 80% of diseases. So, for example, arthritis is basically an inflammation issue. Yeah. Many other issues we have in the body, inflammation. Now, this is what it does. It switches down that, or modulates it down. Now, once you've done that, and something like inflammation, you've taken care of it, you've basically knocked off some of the legs of, what's holding up that disease condition. That's one. The second reason why I would love Nigerians to really adopt this is the microcirculation. A lot of Nigerians are having microcirculation issues. Microcirculation issues is a big problem. Diseases like sickle cell disease, many others like that in that class, are basically, if you solve the microcirculation problem, you've basically practically taken the teeth out of the disease condition. Another reason is pain. It modulates pain. Pain is part and parcel of inflammation. You can't have inflammation and not have pain as part of Now, anybody above 40, if you touch them and really get down into discussion with them, look, what are you really sure you're okay? After the veneer has come off, I'm having this pain in my back. I've been dealing with one particular pain and all that. So most Nigerians are dealing with pain. Now, if we could get rid of pain, that's another boon. And that's why I would love Nigerians to have this. Then Nigerians have actually fed up of drugs. There's nobody who wakes up in the morning and says, yes, today I want to take 6 tablets. There's nobody that wants that. So can we find a way to begin to reduce the dependence on having to take tablets and still get better? Yes, there are some conditions where you still need to take the tablets, but the most important thing, the goal of having to take the tablets, is to become comfortable in your body. And that's it. So those are some of the reasons, among others, that I want Nigerians to adopt these devices, the PEMF terahertz devices. So the most popular device that this company offers is called the Therap P90 for short. It's THZ Therap P90. Now, that particular device, you will see 2 plates, metallic plates. It's in the shape or in the form factor of a scale, a bathroom scale. Just a little bigger than a bathroom scale. You can fit it into your bag. So you sit like I am sitting, and then place your 2 feet on it, and immediately you put your feet on it. It's connected to electricity. It will come up on its own. And then there are settings, there's a timing, and then there's the intensity settings, the strength settings of now what it uses is gentle electromagnetic frequencies that pulses through your body, that is in tandem with the body's own frequency, like that. So that's the general picture of it. So that's one. Now, the PEMF technology itself that is working in the device, it is also infused into different devices. So for the eyes, for example, we have the Galaxy G1. The Galaxy G1 is specific for the eye. I've mentioned earlier on microcirculation. Now, when microcirculation is handled, this is the beautiful thing that begins to happen. Nutrients are delivered, and oxygen is now delivered more efficiently. And when this happens, especially in the eyes, you see a lot of eye problems begin to disappear. The very reason glaucoma happens, you are now beginning to attack it from the root. So what the Galaxy G1, for example, would do, because of how it supplies oxygen and nutrients as a result of better microcirculation, what it would do is that it will now make the eyes very comfortable. And so things like glaucoma, cataracts, and all those things begin to disappear. It comes with lutein, a lutein drink, and lutein is a eye protein, that kind of a thing. So that's another example. The next one, I need to mention this one. I'm very, very excited about this one. It's called the Therap P90 Plus. Now, the difference between the Therap P90 and the Therap P90 Plus, very, very interesting. Therap P90 has 2 technologies, while Therap P90 Plus has 7 technologies. 7, 4 being the most important. So while you spend 30 minutes on the Therap P90, you spend 20 minutes on the Therap P90 Plus, and then there are 2 attachments on the Therap P90 Plus that can help with electric muscle stimulation, which can help with tiredness, fatigue of the muscles, and nervous issues, and that does some deep tissue massage. There's the frost age attachment. They call it frost age, and what it does is that it lifts the face. As women will be very, very excited about this one. I mean, I jokingly say that even if there's World War X, women will always take care of that skin, leave that matter. So it lifts the structure of the face and makes that skin supple, and it exercises the muscles that are responsible for the uh, for collagen, production. So it fights wrinkles. That's a very, very good one for the ladies. I don't think men will care much, but I hear men care much these days. Then, of course, it's double. This function is double. The intensity is double that of the Therapy 90. Therapy 90, the intensity level is up to 10, but for Therapy 90 plus is up to 20. So you get twice the effect that you get, and we can call it twice as nice, something like that. So that's that one. Then the next product in the lineup is the shaking massager. Again, the ladies are going to be very, very excited about that. You've been wanting that flat tummy, isn't it? There's a technology in there, about 4 technologies in the shaking massager that actually helps you get rid of that fat belly. And ultrasound is the most important one there. Now, when I first saw that product, the shaking massager, I wasn't very convinced, because we've had a lot of belts, in quotes, that are supposed to break down belly fat. But you know something? When I looked at the technology and read the mechanism of action, I saw that it uses ultrasound, and this is how it works, and this is very important. Now, ultrasound goes to shake the water molecules inside the fat cells, that we call them adipocytes or adipose tissue, and violently shaking it, at the end of the day, ruptures the cell membrane of the adipocytes. And if you know fat, the nature of fat, it is kind of fluid, so they flow out and the lymphatic system gets rid of it, and that's how belly fat is fought. I began to really believe it when I saw one of my friends who bought it and used it. I didn't even know she was using it. We just noticed that the belly was going down. We didn't talk at first until one day she brought it out. Like, aha, you've been using this thing. So that's what has helped you lose that belly fat. And that's where I went again and looked at more technology. There's heat therapy. There's a heat technology that helps melt it. So as the belly fat cells rupture, the membranes rupture and begins to, so it helps it flow again, and the lymphatic system helps drain it out. Now you can make an order on the website, but you would still need a guidance. So through us, you'll be able to get that guidance and be able to make your order.